Welcome back. If this is your first time here, how are you? I'm Gemstone. Rare and precious, irreplaceable, and you are my friend. Welcome, friend. If you've been here before, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope that everything is going well with you. I hope that you're finding peace on your journey. I want to get a channeled message right now that is for the collective consciousness that is on my frequency. What is it that we need to hear? What do we need to see? Thank you so much. Let's allow this energy to be focused, to be here, to be now. Okay. Let's start with these three. Okay. Yeah. So there's a stagnancy right now. There's an inability to move forward emotionally and physically because there is a choice that needs to be made. And the choice that needs to be made is one of choosing to live a new life. Choosing to shift your cycles, shift your perspective to a higher perspective, to see things from a different place, and to change the cycle. To allow the old things to be washed away, to be cleansed, to be eradicated from your reality. And to allow yourself to follow your path more clearly and to follow your dreams as well. There's two choices, and I think one of them has to do with temptation. One of them has to do with the unconscious mind and with the patterns that you've always gone through, with the same old shit that you've always gone through. But the universe wants you to choose this higher path. And it is my belief that if you are here, you are in the process of choosing that path. It's a path of love. But until you do, you are not moving forward with the emotional offers, with the words that you want to say, with the things you want to do, because it's not time yet. And you need to currently kind of hone in a lot of that energy. Usually the Knight of Cups goes towards people with emotional offers, goes towards people with their energy, is giving. But right now with this in reverse, it's making me feel more like you need to receive, and you need to not be so out there and giving so much right now. You need to be receiving and going within and giving it to yourself so that you can really make this decision here without this emotional reflection, without this time with yourself, without not going for other people, not chasing after things, not chasing after what's not chasing you, not chasing after the past, not chasing after the future, not chasing after things that only exist in your head or in your heart, that don't actually exist in the present moment. This is how you're going to get to the point where you can make this shift. And I'm also getting that until you make this shift, you're not going to be able to move forward physically with a lot of the things you want to do. So let's see, what is this shift? We got the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords in reverse. So this is telling me that there's mental battles that you're still fighting that aren't serving you anymore. There's mental cycles. There's old thought patterns, old mental cycles, old programs that you know aren't real anymore. You know you're in a new reality. You know things are different. You know that you've chosen yourself so far. You know that this man, he is looking up. He might still have this in his subconscious. This part of you might still exist. This pattern may still exist in your world, and it may still be a part of your system, but you are choosing a new one. And the more you choose this one, it's not about saying oh, I'm cutting that all off. It's about choosing this one, choosing to focus on this one till it grows, and really choosing to keep focused on one of them. That's what I'm getting from this, so that you can stop fighting the mental battles that aren't serving you. I think these mental battles, though, that weren't serving you had to do with some shitty people in your life, that, you had some bad relationships, some toxic relationships, some fake friends, and it put a lot of pressure onto you. But this is in reverse now. So what I'm seeing here is there were old mental battles you had to fight. You had to fight them to protect yourself in the past because you had fake ass people around you in the past. But now, and I'm talking years, this is like lifetime shit. This could be years, this could be months, I don't know. But for me, it's definitely like my lifetime where I was just like fighting these mental battles constantly because I had fake ass motherfuckers around me for a long time. But that is being removed now. That has been removed. That has been removed. So there's no longer a need to fight these old battles or to focus on these people that have chosen to leave or these people that you know you don't really like or you don't really enjoy their presence because they're not really serving you anymore. They're just making you feel like shit about yourself. It's time that if you have any of these people left, it's time to just go ahead and take your step back. Go ahead and speak your truth and ask them, why are you being like this? What does this mean? Get that truth and make your choice from getting that message. Have the courage to speak up though. Have the courage to say something. But like I said, don't chase. Don't chase after anyone right now. Let people do what they're gonna fucking do because right now is about feeding the things that are higher in your soul. Don't feed the lower cycle anymore. This is 2 cycles in my book. I'm seeing 2 cycles here. There's a cycle here that is a higher new cycle that you've been using, co-creating with the universe. Here's this little star wand thing. He's been co-creating this. He's been intuitive. He's been focusing on this. But there's also this lower old cycle that has to do with things that are in your root, things that are in your lower chakras that like are what you were used to. Anxieties, insecurities, seeds that were planted in your root chakra that grew for a really long time. And they're like basically weeds now that need to be pulled and removed. But at this point, it's like the best way to kill off those old energies is to just stop watering them. And it's not to be like, oh, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, I'm just gonna ignore this. Like, those thoughts are gonna come up. This old paradigm is gonna come up to your mind. It's gonna come up to you in real life. But when it does, water the new one. An example of this is like someone had come up to me at the club and they told me that they felt like they had to compare themselves to me. And I, instead of like getting mad at them or getting offended or feeling weird or letting it feed my ego, I just spoke affirmations to them. And I was just like, you have nothing to compare yourself to. You are worthy. You are unique. You are beautiful. There's no comparison to someone like you. Be who you are. Be free. Blah, blah, blah. I just spoke that to them. They said thank you. And I moved across the room and went and did my own thing. Danced on the stripper pole. It was a great time. But that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of doing what you used to do in these situations where you have this choice, which is every area of your life right now, make sure you're choosing the higher one. Choose the new paradigm. Stop choosing the old paradigm. Stop listening to the old stories. Stop listening to the old things. Focus on yourself. Love on yourself right now. You don't have to move forward physically right now. This is a time to just sit and work and let this old energy be removed. Yeah, and the Knight of Staffs, all the Knights are reversed, but I don't really see it as like a super bad thing. I just see it as like a time to be still. Like, you don't need to take action right now. Knight of Staffs is reversed underneath. Like, this pressure is being removed. And yes, this pressure being removed is going to make you feel passionate. It's going to make you want to act on things. It's going to set a blaze in your soul. But right now, you're having to kind of sit with that and just feel through that and let the old things die out. Let the old growths, you know, it feels like there's a lot of mess right now, but it's falling apart for a reason. And the way things have grown, kind of, that's what I'm getting from this card. Like, the way your mind has grown is the way your mind has grown. And, like, it's going to be like that. And there's some things that you can't fully reprogram. There's some things that you just have to accept are, like, my mind is going to go to this place sometimes. And that's okay. Like, some of us have trauma. If you're here, you probably have some kind of trauma. You probably have some kind of, like, mental illness. And it's, like, just needing to accept that, like, yeah, my mind isn't perfect. Like, my life isn't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm a little bit of a mess. Some things don't make sense. But I'm beautiful and I'm growing and accepting the mess and blessing the mess and acknowledging when those thoughts come up, when that old paradigm comes up, acknowledging it and seeing it, but still choosing to plant new seeds and to grow beyond what once was. Like, still choosing this new cycle and not allowing this old cycle to control you anymore by actually acknowledging it and not like blocking it out, not allowing it to just be a subconscious thing and just be in the dark, but shining a light on it. See how he has the full moon around his head? It's like we're shining the light on all of the cycles, and we're going to keep seeing those cycles, and we're going to accept the mess, and we're going to see that even though things have grown in weird directions and maybe things haven't grown perfectly, we're still authentic, we're still real, we're still beautiful. and we're growing out of it. I feel like some of us need to take mushrooms as well, because there's little mushrooms on here, and I'm like, yeah, like mushrooms are going to help you accept and embrace all the parts of your mind. Yeah, there's definitely a new start coming of like a lot of new opportunities coming to you, and you've gone and you've faced that shadow, and that's why these new opportunities are coming. These new opportunities are coming. The more that you face the shadow and the more that you see it and you recognize it, and you don't try to suppress it or change it. You don't have to change it, because but you do need to choose new shits. Like, choose the new shit, allow the old shit to slowly starve and die off. Because like I said earlier, Page of Swords in reverse. Fighting the old mental battles that no longer serve. Fighting the old mental battles that don't even exist anymore. The things that don't even exist in the present moment anymore. That's what's keeping you stuck right now. There's a lot of stagnant energy in this reading. And I think that winter is just a time of stagnancy. Like, I'm definitely just embracing my, like, winter hibernation phase and, like, just kind of slowing down. Wow, even Knight of Swords is reversed. That's crazy. Like, all the fucking knights have come out reversed. And I feel like I really need to think about why this came out. One second. It's like there's nothing to think about. There's nothing to say. Like, you just kind of need to chill. Like, there's no 10:10 on the clock. I've been seeing that lately. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to be. Just exist and keep feeding the new cycles. You don't have a battle to fight. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. Just be independent. And just choose yourself right now. That's so weird. Ugh. Just choosing yourself right now. Like, you don't have to do anything in the world right now. I think this is a time to just make your choice and stick with it. And just keep moving forward. Yeah, because, oh yeah, okay. Because, like, yeah, okay. I think there's, like, a few more. I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Let me get a few more. 1 second. Hopefully this is resonating with you. If it is, please like the video or comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Tower is out. Is there anything else that needs to be seen or heard for the collective? Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Wow, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So that's where I want to stop, because that seems nice. And I want to get us to a point where it's like, hey, we kind of like learned some shitty things, but we also see that there's a way out and that it can end positively if we go through this. I like to give the silver lining along with the dark storm cloud, because someone's got to keep it real, but you got to keep it nice too sometimes. So 5 of Cups was the first one to come out reversed. This is classic, you know, like spent a lot of energy, probably really drained, poured a lot into people and things and places and circumstances that weren't serving you, weren't reciprocating you, but you learned. And you still have cups left. There's still something you got from it, but you don't have anything left to pour right now. Don't stop pouring. Like that's why all these nights are reversed. Because the night is, to me, the night is about taking action and going and doing something and charging towards something. But they're all in reverse, and to me it's like, just chill. Just chill right now. There's nothing to do right now. Just chill right now. Embrace the feelings, but continue to feed the good thing. This keeps coming back. Like, continue to feed the good. Feed the good, feed the good, feed the good. Feed the new mindset, feed the new paradigm. Let go of everything else. Because the Ace of Cups is the bottom of the deck. And underneath the fucking bottom of the deck is the Lovers. Underneath that. And underneath that is the Hangman reverse. But we're going to get into that. Let me keep going. That's really good, though. 5 of Cups reverse. Embrace. Things ended. Stop pouring. You don't have anything left to pour, though. Stop pouring. Right now is not the time to pour. You need to just sit. Just chill. The universe is bringing you blessing. 3 of Pentacles. The universe is trying to send you transformation. The universe is trying to send you abundance. The universe has given you this. You already have this, I feel. Some of you it's coming in, but I feel that you already have this blessing. You already have these blessings, and they're already in your home. They're already in your life. They're already in your frame. You've already grown so much, and you're still going to keep growing. But right now is the time to just acknowledge what you have. Stop pouring. Stop trying to get anything. Stop trying to go for things. Let this Tower moment happen. Let this tower moment fucking happen. Let everything fall apart. Let the emotions be felt. Let the people fall out your tower. Y'all don't want to be here. Get out of here then. Bye. Let the fucking, like, all the stuff you had, all the stuff you thought you had, the connections you thought you had, the person you thought you were, the people that you thought you could depend on, like, whatever the fuck it is, like, all the job you thought was meant for you, the degree you thought you wanted, the shit you thought you could do no matter what, the person you thought you always were, let that person die. Let that person die. And the way to let that person die is to allow the new things to come in. And allow the new things, when you let these new things in, when you choose these new things, the old shit is going to be destroyed. And you have to let it be destroyed so the new things can't come in, bitch. The new things want to come in. The lightning strike, I'm seeing this as a blessing, bitch. This is a whole blessing that sets you ablaze, that puts your passions on fire, that changes the way you see the world, that changes the way you act in the world. But you have to let the old shit, the old people, the old circumstances, the old job, the old money, the old things, material, the old life completely die. Let it die. Let it die. And the way to kill it is to stop feeding it. And like in my mind, when I do my meditations, this is feminine, blue is feminine, and red is masculine. That's my mind. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling like there's a need to feed in more to your feminine energy as well. That's also what I'm getting. The feminine energy needs to be fed into and trusted. And that the feminine energy isn't about taking action. That's why all the nights are in reverse too. The feminine energy isn't about taking action. It's not about making things happen. It's about just sitting there and receiving and being aware that you are in power of controlling your consciousness and controlling your mind. And I'm not saying like these old patterns, these old thought patterns that you have, these old routes that your mind used to go down, they are hard to overcome, and it takes years. It's not going to happen like that. But the way to quicken the process of changing your mind and shifting your consciousness to a new state, to a new paradigm, is not to just suppress the old one, but to continually feed more and more of your energy into the new habits, the new ways of beings, the new ways of thinking, the new feelings, the feelings you want to have, the thoughts you want to have, the habits you want to have. Feed those and watch this one start to shrink and feed the new, okay? You're not alone. Like the Five of Pentacles is here. It's like, yeah, you feel left out in the cold. You feel left out in the cold. This tower moment might leave you feeling really alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. You're never lacking anything. You are whole no matter where you are. You are whole no matter who you show up as. You are whole no matter what moment you are in. You are always whole, and you are always complete, and you are perfect as you are.